NBA basketball on 2K Sports. We're glad you could join us on this exciting Friday night matchup. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke reporting on the sidelines. Last outing for Minnesota, the loss to Sacramento. And guys, the hometown fans not pleased with that dreadful performance. They saw their team get knocked out cold.
Guys, it was like there was a lid on the basket in that game. No matter how many plays you make at the defensive end, hard to overcome such a lack of production offensively.
Well, you know, the high-quality shots were few and far between for them, guys. And they have nobody to blame but themselves for that. You've got to do a better job of working harder to put up points.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Curry is out there with Chris Middleton. Then it's Wiggins. Then it's Garnett. And it's Towns in at the 5. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
You can't give him that shot. A few open looks are all it takes to get him in the zone.
It's tipped. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Curry's got the ball. And Wiggins throws it down.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, but if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Just 4 to shoot. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And a great job of taking advantage of the steal there to get those easy ones in transition.
You know, that's exactly how you draw it up, Greg, on the board. I mean, good defensive work, aggressive play in the open court. Those two things are hand in glove when they work together.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Andrew Wiggins showed that he's going to be a big-time player in this league, Clark, for a long time.
And we knew Wiggins could attack the basket and create his own shot, Kevin, but I think many, and I'm included in this, were surprised at how good his jumper looks this early in his career. I mean, it's pretty reliable right now.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Minnesota on D. 4-point game. Gobert with a screen for Calderon. And they're running. Middleton with it. Guarded now by Kevin Love. Wiggins against Hayward. Curry kicks to Towns. That's good. Towns has got his second basket of the game.
And with Wiggins' game, he has a nice jumper for a player his age. As he grows in the league, he'll become more and more comfortable shooting from deep. He'll be nearly impossible to guard when he adds a consistent three-point shot.
And Chicago has possession. They trail by 6.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Timberwolves have gone 4-4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Curry outside. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And, you know, with Wiggins, it just isn't all about his ability to score. Showed a real knack for making the unselfish play, too. Understands how to work as a unit to create shots and gets to the right spot on the floor. His potential is unlimited.
Here's Hayward. Great D that time for Middleton. Curry kicks to Middleton. Garnett wide open. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Chicago calls timeout.
Could it have been any other way? I mean, last season, KG returning to the Wolves. I mean, the entire city was buzzing for his return.
Kevin Garnett was once the star here and now is acting as the mentor for all these young Timberwolves players. He won't let them slack even for a moment on or off the floor.
You know, it's that competitive fire that made KG so great, Kevin, and Minnesota made a savvy move, I think, to get him into the locker room and back on the squad.
Chicago making a switch here. Harris is checked in. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Allen outside. Hayward left side. And here we go. Fast break. Wiggins has got it. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Devin Harris. That is his first foul of the game. The shot by Middleton. Wide open. And another three for Minnesota.
And it's like raining buckets right now. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, we've got to be careful. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves just yet. But it has been pretty ugly so far, no doubt about that.
Hayward can't hit.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
It's Curry with the drive. Middleton for three. Chicago grabs the miss. Now Harris. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Love the pass to Harris. 6 to shoot. Gobert with a screen on Curry. Harris dishes to Allen. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Stolen by Allen. Wallace with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. That's good. Love's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Chicago. The Timberwolves have gone 7 of 8 from the field to start the game. Very hot shooting. Middleton outside. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And boy, how good was Chris Middleton last season? I mean, always a deep shooter who could stretch the floor. He hits the weight room in the offseason and became a much stronger defender. Now he's one of the more promising 3-and-D guys in the league.
And that one falls for Middleton. And for Chris Middleton last season, he went up in points, assists, rebounds, but went down in turnovers.
Boy, what an improvement for this young man. A late bloomer. I liked him when he was at Texas A&M, still growing into his body, playing with great confidence, and he can spray that thing from 3. I like his promise.
Middleton hits them both.
And just way too early to tell how this year's group of rookies will turn out. But just from an early look, they seem to be a group that can contribute. They're definitely not going to be a class with a small impact on the league.
Harris misses.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
With the 2015 draft class, the big thing is how many guys are polished coming into the NBA. It's a good blend of raw talent and certainly skill.
Yeah, I like the way you said that. This class will always be headlined by the 2 big men, but there's a lot of value throughout the rest of the draft, too.
Here's Harris, following the basket by Chris Middleton. Here's Hayward. Not enough on that one as it misses. Last game for the Bulls, they picked up the W against Cleveland. It's Curry outside. Another miss by Curry.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
They get it again. Gobert. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for the Timberwolves.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
20 feet out. That shot is off target. That makes him 2 for 3. It's Allen with the drive. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It goes on Chris Middleton.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And Allen drops them both. Last season, the Bulls were a tough matchup, solid margin of victory for them, and never looked overwhelmed, Clark.
Yeah, you know what? They're a team that's even-keeled, the type of team that can win anytime they take the floor. They have a system that works and good talent, that actually excellent talent to make it special, and that combination is a winning one.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
And you talk about the Bulls being able three teams to register one win against every other team in the league back in 2015.
Checked in for Chicago. And then for Minnesota, Adrian Payne comes in for Kevin Garnett. And Levine subbed in for Andrew Wiggins. Middleton with it. Really had troubles in the loss to Sacramento. Shot from the low block. Can't get it to go. Now Chicago takes it the other way.
And, you know, getting back to that point about the Bulls beating every team in the league, only the Spurs and Warriors were the other teams to do that. Goes to show just how tough last year's Bulls squad was.
Now Love. After the missed three from Doug McDermott. Verishaw's shot is good.
I love how he used his height advantage on that shot.
And he had the nice soft touch with it, too.
Curry kicks to Levine. Just 5 on the clock. To the right side. And he gets it to go. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
And if they match that effort at the defensive end, watch out.
Now here's Love. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Here's Levine, guarded by Harris. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist from Payne. And now a 9-point Timberwolves lead.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Dishes to McDermott. Fires the three. And the shot is good. McDermott's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Curry passes to Levine. There's the double team with Allen. And that's good. Steph Curry for three. Curry's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Timberwolves. Harris outside. There's the pass to Love. To the paint. Here's Varejao. A beautiful reverse layup.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
Here's Levine. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Payne dishes to Towns. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Got a piece of it. 1:52 left to play in the first. Allen kicks to Harris. It's a pick by Love. Pass to Varejao. Back to Harris. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Love.
Minnesota foul called.
And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
That's his first personal foul.
You know, the Cavs had a slow start to last season compared to how everybody thought they would play. Still, it was the best start for Kevin Love in his career and would end up being the most winning team he's played on. Says something about how long he's waited for success.
Smith checked in for Towns. And he's good on the second. And Love, who would also go on to make his first postseason appearance, played in the first round last year. It was a complete 180 for him in what he was used to at Minnesota.
And even though there were ups and downs for Love last season, you know that he must have enjoyed winning for a change. And being in the league so long without making the playoffs, he finally got a chance to play in the postseason. And Steph Curry, 6'3" and about 195. I mean, a slender frame. You look back to high school and college, and that was one of the question marks. Did he have the strength to succeed?
The first one falls. And speaking of Curry's slight build, he's worked up and bulked himself up. He's added some muscle. He even got up to 200 pounds, I think he said. But he didn't feel real good, Clark, at that weight.
Yeah, it's not about the weight, Kevin. It's about strength. You need it to fight through screens and attack the rim, and he's clearly put on the strength he needs to play at his highest level.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Out left to the wing. Varejao down low. He's against Smith. Love. Minnesota with the rebound. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And Middleton kicks to Payne. No good with the triple. Bulls trail by 8. It's tipped. Hayward with the ball. Now guarded by Middleton. Hayward can hit.
Just cannot find the rhythm. Still yet to hit a shot this quarter.
They double team Curry. Middleton up top. Wide open look. Levine can't hit.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
Here's Love, and down it goes just as the clock hits 0.
How about the timing? An unbelievable touch on that one.
Those are the ingredients you need for the recipe of buzzer-beating magic.
And that does it for the first quarter. Minnesota on top. They lead by 6. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And guys, what's your take so far on the Timberwolves?
And we've really seen them get out and establish a real nice rhythm offensively in this game.
Yeah, and they're finding ways to score, multiple ways, playing well and sharing the ball, just operating good at the offensive end.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for Chicago right now, Hayward out there with Kevin Love. Then it's Devin Harris. Then there's Anderson Varejao. And it's Heinrich in at the 2-guard spot. Now here is Harris. Following the miss by Andrew Wiggins. Goes up the baseline. Muhammad grabs the board.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Here's Levine. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
Yes.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Now here's Heinrich. He feeds it to Love. Back to Heinrich. That falls. Great assist by Love.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Fires from deep. And it's good.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow. But Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer. Was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
Here's Harris following the 3 by Minnesota. From 15 feet away, the second chance effort. Count that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Kevin Love.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
They set the pick. Levine passes to Smith. Offensive rebound. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Hayward with the ball. Now defended by Wiggins. Love against Smith. Puts it up from 15. No good. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Well, Greg, for Hoiberg, it's his first job as an NBA head coach. Now, we know he played. He's been a part of an NBA front office. Clark, he came from Iowa State, where he honed his coaching skills and was highly respected.
Yeah, very much respected, particularly as an offensive coach. And we know the Bulls are pretty solid defensively, and he'll be looking to ramp up that offensive approach for that team, and I think he will.
Here's Love. Heinrich outside. Hayward can hit.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Bulls making a switch here. Williams is checked in. Hayward against Wiggins. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter. Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Here's Levine. Looking for his first basket still in this one. For 3, Hayward. And a great assist by Heinrich as that one goes in.
Really good job of creating just enough space to let that one fly.
Timberwolves timeout called.
And for Varejao, his wild hair and frenetic style long ago earned him the nickname Wild Thing. I mean, diving for loose balls, taking charges, but that energy and enthusiasm may be unsurpassed really by any other player in our league.
Minnesota calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
It's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Changes for Chicago. Rudy Gobert is checked in for Verejao. And Allen subbed in for Harris. Towns, he's checked in for Minnesota. Garnett comes in for Adrian Payne. Well, Greg, you're talking about Verejao. He may play wild, but his production has backed it up. A few years ago, he averaged, Clark, over 14 rebounds a game.
Yeah, and I don't think he plays that wild. I think he just looks wild. That hair flying all over the place, and he's giving up his body.
I don't know
if he's necessarily a wild player as much as he just looks and appears to be everywhere at all times.
Heinrich kicks to Hayward. Back to Heinrich. Fires from the line. Misses off the right iron.
Well, that's an excellent challenge right there. Good job contesting that shot by the defender.
Here's Muhammad. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
That's good. After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Well, there was a time when the media had written off Shabazz Muhammad as an impact player. We showed last year he belongs in this NBA.
Yeah, certainly did. I mean, he improved in every facet of the game, and sometimes we tend to write guys off a little too soon, Kevin. The media in general, not you in particular. He's been a big-time performer for the Wolves.
Gordon Hayward for three.
Count that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut to just 7 points in the basket from Hayward. Here's Levine. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Allen kicks to Hayward. The three, and the Bulls another three.
And for Muhammad, it's weird that so many fans had given up on a player just after his rookie season. I mean, he's vindicated anyone who stuck with him after his slow rookie start.
And the Timberwolves call time here.
And for Muhammad, a lot of it had to do with the hype he got in college, coupled with his age situation. So when he struggled, people were too quick to write him off. But he has showed he can ball.
Minnesota making some changes. Chris Middleton comes in for Shabazz Muhammad. And Steph Curry subbed in for Levine. Now here's Middleton. 7 points in the game. Back to Curry. Lets it go with a three.
Stephen Curry.
And he gets it to go. Curry's got 13.
And how does he get that one to go? No idea.
I don't have an idea either. A little heat check there, but yep, he's still cooking, and Greg, he's cooking with gas.
Here's Allen. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Minnesota leading by 7. The feed to Curry. There's the pick. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tony Allen. That's his first foul. Curry against Allen. 6 on the shot clock. Wiggins dishes to Towns. Here's Middleton. Garnett the pass to Towns. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That's on Marvin Williams. Minnesota shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws. 81% as a team.
Yeah, guys, they can feel very good about themselves when you bring up those statistics. Impressive numbers.
Karl Anthony Towns didn't come into the previous year as the most highly touted prospect, Clark, but his play last year at Kentucky would change that.
No question about it. People knew he was going to be good, Kevin, but few saw him being this good. He showed he could do a little bit of everything as a Kentucky big.
And guys, with Towns, he is so valuable in every aspect of the game. Really great at both ends of the floor. His defense is as strong as it gets for a first-year player.
And Gobert kicks to Hayward. And Love has it in the corner. And he overshot that one, missing.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Timberwolves leading by 9.
And perhaps the biggest plus about Towns is his upside. I mean, he's shown that he can make big strides in his level of play. Already good at shooting from outside and can play either post spot, too.
Now here's Wiggins. He's got 6. And here's Hayward. Passes it to Gobert. Gobert with a screen on Wiggins. Love right side. Kept alive. Gobert. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Now here's Middleton. A terrific shot on the turnaround. Middleton's got 9 points.
And he's made more than his fair share of those today.
Heinrich outside. Lets it go from deep. Minnesota with the rebound. Middleton's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Out to the wing. Curry with a wide open look. And that one's on target from the wing. 15 points in the game.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
That's his 2nd personal foul.
And guys, Kirk Heinrich, a steady, reliable point guard, but not last season. Something went severely wrong with his shot to the point where he suffered career-low shooting percentages from the field and from three-point.
Talking about Heinrich, the one thing you expect from him is consistency. But when he couldn't provide it last year, the team turned to a different backup point guard.
Exactly right, Kevin. Heinrich couldn't have felt good about becoming a 3rd stringer, averaging the fewest minutes per game of his career last season.
Towns, no luck. Bulls trail by 9. Nobody near Allen.
Tony Allen.
And a great assist by Heinrich as that one goes in. Heinrich's got 3 assists tonight. It's Curry with the drive. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
Now here's Heinrich. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Gobert the screen. And Love has it in the corner. Connects from 3-point range. Love's got 5 points now this quarter.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this. And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
And a lot of teams in the West can at least get a little bit of a breather when they go against the Eastern teams. The Wolves didn't have that last year. They got pummeled by the entire conference.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Greg, as you said, with the Wolves, they had as hard a time with the East as anyone. Only managed a 9-21 record, Clark, out of conference.
And those 9 wins were the fewest against the East for any team in the NBA. Not a surprise given how badly the Wolves struggled in general.
Some changes for Minnesota. Adrian Payne's checked in for Towns. And Levine subbed in for Chris Middleton. Here's Heinrich. There's 1:17 left in the first half of basketball. 6 on the shot clock. The leader. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
And for Kevin Love, such a big part of that Minnesota Timberwolves franchise. I mean, they drafted him 5th overall back in 08. And really, he had been their catalyst his entire career. Even last year when he decided he finally wanted out, he helped the Wolves land Andrew Wiggins in the trade that shook the league.
Garnett dishes to Curry. And again, it's Minnesota.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
Bulls trail by 8. Three-pointer, Heinrich. No good.
And boy, has he been struggling big time here in the quarter.
Yeah, he's played tight. I mean, you can see it. No flow at all to his game right now.
Payne kicks to Wiggins. Off target with his 3. Well, Kevin Love, and we've kind of gone over some things in Minnesota with Greg, but Clark, Kevin Love probably wasn't long for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, it was time for fresh scenery, and that's why the Cavs offered up the house, including Wiggins, who eventually became Rookie of the Year, for the chance to get Love. Agility leads to thievery there as he's got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor. You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Timberwolves lead by 10. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. And now the third quarter about to get going. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough one.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment.
How about Steph Curry in this one? 19 points, and he's drained 3 3-point bombs so far.
Don't stop. Don't hesitate. Keep firing from out there when the shot's falling like this.
Checking out the group for Sam Mitchell to start the second half. They've got Andrew Wiggins. Towns is out there with Garnett. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Middleton in the shooting guard position.
Chicago ball.
Bulls trail by 10. Now here's Heinrich. There's the dish to Love. Garnett grabs the board. Garnett's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Wiggins drives in. And Hayward with the block. They retain possession. Chicago's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Heinrich kicks to Gobert. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
Now here's Garnett. Kicks to Towns. 5 on the clock. Back to Garnett. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And guys, KG is so loved and has given so much to the area of Minneapolis, St. Paul, the state of Minnesota. He really, Clark, views it as his home.
And Kevin, you started with him there in Minnesota.
Yes.
When he got underway in the league. Fans love having him there and involved with the franchise again for sure.
That free throw, no good.
And, you know, for Garnett, after his playing days are over, I got to believe he's going to be looking to take some ownership in this Wolves organization. He is a beloved figure here in Minneapolis.
That's off as well, so he misses both.
And if KG did become a shareholder in the Wolves, it would be wild. I mean, could you imagine? Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
I tell you what,
Agreed.
guys, I don't care what the score is. That's the play we're going to remember when this game is over. Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim. And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
And Heinrich gets it to go. Minnesota leading by 8. It's Curry outside. They get the rebound. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. And 11 points for Chris Middleton. Heinrich kicks to Hayward. And the 3 off target.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound. Well, Tony Allen in this one, he's got 8 points, and he was able to come up with 1 steal, too.
You know what? He's been a difference maker defensively today, Clark. He's disrupted more plays than the stat sheet will show.
For a franchise that had so much success under his tenure, there was sure a lot of friction with Tom Thibodeau, and the Bulls front office surprised a lot of people, I know, including yourself.
Yeah, you know, it's not something that you see often, a winning coach at odds with his GM and president. With how often their differences came up, though, you knew something was afoot.
Gobert, the screen. Feeds it to Hayward. Towns comes with a double team. Well, wide open look for Love. Can't get it to go.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And Curry, here we go. Middleton on the wing. Towns with it. Working on Love. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
That's his second personal foul.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Timberwolves.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
And Towns drops them both.
In last season, the Wolves had the hardest strength of schedule in the entire league. Might have worked out for them in the end, as come lottery time, those extra losses do tend to help.
The offensive rebound. Hayward kicks to Allen. He dishes it to Heinrich. Gobert with a screen on Wiggins. To the inside. Gobert, the pass to Heinrich. Hits the target from 18 feet. Heinrich's got 4 points this quarter. Well, Greg, it would work out for Minnesota with all those losses. They got the lucky bounce, Clark, and the #1 pick in the draft.
And, you know, it's the first time in a long time that the worst team in the league actually got the top pick in the draft, allowed Minnesota to add another great young big to complement Rookie of the Year, Andrew Wiggins.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Pass to Love. It's deflected. Allen against Wiggins. Garnett with a screen on Allen. They double team Curry. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Towns. That's good. Towns has got 14 points.
He does not play the score. I mean, he's going to continue to work his tail off on the glass and make plays just like that.
Snatched up. And counted. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
Chicago making a switch here. Harris is checked in. They double team Curry. To the middle. Towns, no luck. Bulls trail by 12. Love outside. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That will be foul number 5 on him.
Boy, it's been a tough go in terms of fouls for him. I mean, my goodness, he can't stay out of the way of fouls.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
And the Timberwolves call time here. Some changes for Chicago. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Doug McDermott comes in for Gordon Hayward. And it's Foy in for Tony Allen. Payne, he's checked in for Minnesota. Dean comes in for Chris Middleton. The drive by Love. And the Bulls with another miss.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Levine, good.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Love outside. Fires from deep. Another miss by Love.
One made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Here's Curry. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. Inside. Stolen by Varejao.
Excellent anticipation there. He was laying in the cut, we say.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Harris against Curry. Harris, right side. 4 on the clock. Here's McDermott. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And guys, what a strange rookie campaign for Dougie McBuckets. I mean, he entered the draft as a polished sharpshooter. The Bulls traded up in the first round to get him, and he ended up playing 9 minutes a game over the course of last season.
He hits the second from the line. And on the topic of Doug McDermott, one of the most decorated college players in recent history. And Clark, you called a lot of his games.
Yeah, enjoyed watching him play, and I still think he has a bright future. Just never found any real rhythm. averaged only 3 points a game, but he didn't get much playing time, so look for him to bounce back in the years going forward.
Here's Levine. The three-pointer off the mark. Bulls trailed by 14. Love. Payne grabs the board. Minnesota's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Chicago's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. McDermott with it. Now guarded by Payne. McDermott dishes to Love. He kicks to McDermott. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Well, that time the risk did not pay off because it was well defended.
It's a pick by Love. Harris kicks to Love. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Love's got 19 points.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
And the Timberwolves call timeout. And guys, over the last 2 seasons, Devin Harris has been a backup point guard, but one could argue that he's outperformed the guys that are directly ahead of him.
That's exactly right, Kevin. I mean, Harris came back to the team that he started his career with to be a support player, but injuries, trades, and generally poor fits elevated Harris's importance to the team.
Marvin Williams is checked in for Kevin Love. The Timberwolves also changing it up. Greg Smith, he's checked in for Towns. Prince comes in for Wiggins. And Shabazz Muhammad subbed in for Steph Curry.
You know, getting back to Devin Harris, he can really help you. But you want to do one thing, limit his minutes. 11 full seasons under his belt. Slender in build. It's best to play him around half the game if you can.
Williams a screen. Dishes it to Varejao. Stolen by Levine. Now Muhammad. 11 points in the game. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Chicago calls timeout.
You know, talking about the veteran Harris, his quickness was still apparent last season, and his skill set was a good fit for Coach Carlisle's flow offense. I mean, this guy's been around a long time, and there are very few that are quicker than him with the ball.
Checked in for Chicago. Allen comes in for Randy Ford. Harris with it. Fires the three. Muhammad grabs the board. Timberwolves leading by 16. And it's Payne in the corner. The pass to Levine. Shot clock at 6. Puts up a 3. And he gets it to go. Levine's got 6 in the quarter.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
Harris outside. It's Allen on the wing. Harris kicks to Varejao. Pass to Hayward. Shot to stop the run. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. They're off to San Antonio after this game, bringing their show to the AT&T Center. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Here's Levine. The shot misses. Some solid defense from Harris. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Minnesota leading by 19. There's the feed to Smith. Payne with it. Williams picks him up. And stolen by Harris. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And the Timberwolves call time here. It's now been a decade since the Minnesota Timberwolves played postseason basketball. Last trip to the postseason for the Wolves back in 2004.
Wow, that was a long time ago. And if you're wondering, that is the longest playoff drought in the league currently. Wolves want nothing more than to get back to playing playoff basketball, and featuring the #1 pick in last year's draft will help.
Good way to start, you're right. Bulls made the postseason for the 10th time in their last 11 seasons last year. They have become a fixture, Greg, in the playoffs in the East.
And how about last season, Kevin, had that interdivision matchup in their first round against the up-and-coming Bucks. Some hiccups for them in that series, but they were able to prevail.
Boy, in that playoff series against the Bucks, the Bulls looked like they were primed for an upset as they started slowly, eventually pulled it together and came in as the underdogs against the Cavs.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
And the Cavs knocked out the Bulls in 6 games. Bulls went up 2-1 in the series, but didn't have an answer for LeBron. Strong effort from the Bulls, though, but they just couldn't match the firepower of the Cavs.
Here's Levine. Ball's knocked loose. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Picked by Varejao. At the top of the key, Williams. From the stripe. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Prince's shot is good.
You don't need much range to hit from that distance, Kevin.
Bulls trail by 20. Picked by Varejao. It's Allen on the wing. Williams passes to Allen. An easy 2 points on the layup. Allen's got 11.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Minnesota leading by 18. Here's Levine. 9 points in the game so far. He feeds it to Muhammad. Passes it to Levine. Launches a 3. And as we end the 3rd quarter, a double-digit deficit. We'll make it. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the 4th. And Chicago has possession. It's an 18-point game. They've got Anderson Varejao. Williams is out there with Hayward. Then there's Allen. And it's Harris in at the point guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. That's good. 13 points for Tony Allen. Minnesota shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. Levine kicks to Muhammad.
The one-hand slam is so sweet. when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
And he gets it to go. And it's 6 points for Devin Harris.
You know, guys, that's what he does. He just loves to play that kind of attacking basketball.
Prince misses.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
Back to Williams. And good coming on the assist from Devin Harris. Harris has got his 5th assist in this one. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the 4th quarter. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Devin Harris. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Levine, guarded by Harris. Here's Levine. Here's Smith. And Muhammad has it in the corner. Off target from the wing. Bulls trail by 14. Poked loose. And an intentional foul right there.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
To the paint. Here's Levine. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Allen outside. The dish to Hayward. The shot is off. So Minnesota will take it the other way. And there's the call on Gordon Hayward. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
That's his 2nd personal foul.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tony Allen. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Gobert, he's checked in for Verejao. And Kevin Love has subbed in for Williams. And Hayward gets it to go on the assist by Allen. Allen's got 3 assists now in this one.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Levine dishes to Muhammad. Kicks it to Smith. Payne with a screen for Prince. Clock at 6. Back to Smith. And it's Chicago with the rebound. And following this game, they'll challenge the Grizzlies on the road at the FedEx Forum in Memphis. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Feeds it to Levine. Takes a 3. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Harris kicks to Love. Can't get it to go. Smith with the defensive effort. Minnesota leading by 17. Prince in the corner. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. The Bulls have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Near the 3-point line, it's Love. But they'll get another chance. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
They set the screen. Hayward against Prince. Here's Levine. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Tayshaun Prince.
Levine's got 14 points now in the second half. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Stolen by Levine. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Jacks up a three. They get it back. Muhammad, the pass to Smith. The shot by Prince. And the wing jumper offline. And here they go. The shot by Hayward, wide open. And good coming on the assist from Devin Harris.
Hey, it's not computer programming or rocket science here. I mean, at some point, the defense has to show more urgency getting back in transition.
Yeah, I mean, 6 out of their last 10 points here coming in transition. They are making the game far too easy for the opponent.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Well, it seems like this is something we've said quite a bit the last few years, but now we really feel like we're in a golden age for point guards. So many point guards on so many teams are the leaders and best players on their teams. You can name a dozen all-star level point guards in the league right now.
And they go to the intentional foul.
And guys, for Zach LaVine, once he finally got comfortable last season, boy, did he heat up. He shot 42% over his rookie year, but 47% over the last month. And I think that gave him a lot of confidence as he's entering into year 2.
Chicago calls timeout. You know, as Brady was talking about, LaVine was a lights-out shooter at times in college. He would go on these binges, falling back, Clark, from 25 feet and draining it. I mean, unreal shots.
Well, it looks good when they're going down, but he also can binge shoot you out of a game. So you pick your poison.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Johnny O'Bryant, he's checked in for Adrian Payne. Damian Rudez comes in for Tayshaun Prince. And Middleton subbed in for Muhammad. The first free throw is good.
Hey, for Zach LaVine, the dunk contest last season was his coming out party to the world. He put on a show that everybody in the NBA was buzzing about.
Jose Calderon, he's checked in for Devin Harris. And for LaVine in his dunking, if you saw him in college or last season, you knew he was a very special player in the air.
Well, LaVine can be one of the great all-time dunkers with his height and ability to lift off. He gets airborne so effortlessly that there are few that can match his power and finesse once he's airborne. Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And how about that, responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now. Back and forth, here we go.
And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Bulls have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. For three, Calderon. Rebound, Minnesota.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
Gobert dishes to Calderon. Gobert, the screen. Layup off the pick. No good on the layup. Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Rudez kicks to Smith. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Well, he's an undersized center, but he more than makes up for it with some serious leaping ability.
Calderon for three. Rebound, Minnesota. Middleton's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Timeout call for Minnesota.
Minnesota calls timeout.
And last season, really a tale of two halves for the Wolves. When Ricky Rubio returned from injury, they just looked so much more in sync as a team.
Kirk Heinrich, he's checked in for the Bulls. And then for Minnesota, Tayshaun Prince is checked in for Chris Middleton. And Jones subbed in for Levine. Smith the pass to O'Brien. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
And again, no good by Chicago.
And sometimes we all just want to show people that we have the range.
Yeah, you speaking from experience? We already know how good his range is. He shouldn't be firing from that deep.
Well, Chicago's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
They're simply living and dying from behind the arc in this second half. And I don't think that's the way to go here. They're trailing. The three-point shot can be used. They've got to balance it out.
Jones, no luck. Chicago's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Hayward. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
That's his first personal foul.
You know, there are those who wonder if Gordon Hayward can lead a team to the promised land. However, as just a sophomore, he led a non-powerhouse college to a championship game. So, in fact, they were just one basket away from winning it all.
Going back to Hayward, he took that buzzer-beating half-court shot, Clark, that would have won his school the championship. You actually called that game, and it did hit the backboard and rim, but unfortunately did not go in.
Well, Hayward's the kind of guy who's willing to put his team on his back and try to carry him. He's willing to take that responsibility on. Whether he can deliver at the highest level, time will tell. They've stepped up their three-point shooting game in the second half. They're letting it fly out there with reckless abandon.
Not lacking in confidence, and I really like that. Sometimes you see teams get conservative once they get a lead, playing not to lose.
Pass to Rudez. Uncovered. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Calderon dishes to Love. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
Minnesota ball.
And you know what? His mind's playing tricks on him right now because he's not going to live that one down easily.
It's been all Timberwolves.
2 minutes, 2-1.
Right wing. Here's Rudez. He's guarded by Love. Jones, no one around him.
Tyus Jones.
It's good, the assist that time from Smith.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Here's Calderon. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Anderson Varejão's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Williams comes in for Kevin Love. McDermott's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And it's Foy in for Kirk Heinrich.
And, guys, something new for the NBA is the HGH testing that's been put in place. It's something the league hasn't had too many issues with or even accusations, but better to stamp it out early. And hard to argue that it should be in place.
And with the HGH testing, it's done in every major sport. Seems like the right thing to do for the NBA. Just make sure everyone is on a level playing field, so to speak.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I think the punishment will be fair. First positive gets you a 20-game ban. The second one, 45.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
You know, guys, one of the things that is always going to keep you competitive against the West is a good defense. It's one reason why the Bulls tend to be a tougher matchup for teams from the West, because they do D up.
Williams can't hit. Minnesota's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Timberwolves.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah. And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season. Dishes it to Rudez. Here's Jones. Williams with the block. That'll be Minnesota as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves retain possession. Here's Jones. Prince outside. Shot clock at 5. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. O'Bryant, no good. McDermott, no one around him. Offensive rebound to the right side. So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg, in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's
sunset, sitting on D's. Feeling like Pac, all eyes on me. Fresh bandana and I'm mad trees. Please, I spit every verse. Some say Cali, some say Khalid. 12 years down and I'm finally free.
If you want to, we can supply you. Got enough work to feed the whole town. They won't you unless you try to. Come around and try to stop on our ground. Cause we taking over. Said we taking over. Said we taking over. Said we taking over. Listen.
Birdman dead, I'm number one. Can't make me wrong, so we got him done. The family, I'ma give him some. Spent that conda, he didn't run. Sunday had a whole church singing a song. Why they had to send my baby home? And with some that paper long. Been a G in the game, now my son on the throne.
I am the beast. Feed me rappers or feed me beats. I'm untamed, I need a leash. I'm insane, I need a shrink. I love I need a leech. Why complain on easy streets? I don't even talk, I let the visa speak. And I like my Sprite Easter pink. And my wristwatch apart, but the mule is cooler. I have more juice than your jeweler. Touching, I will your medulla. That's a it is not a tumor. Red light, stop your rumors. I stay on track like a box of Pumas. I just rock with Junior. I am the little big cause we
kahuna.
taking it over. One city at a time.
You're always gonna have people who don't believe that you're really good at what you do. You know, and that's probably more so because they haven't figured out how to be good at what they know or don't even know how to do, you know. So, you know, that's just what it is. You know, every level you reach, you're gonna come against obstacles. And you have to combat those obstacles in order to move forward. It's almost like you're playing a video game. You know what I mean? And then the prize is your sanity. Word.
Ha! Come on with it. Come on with it. Come on with it. Ha, 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 ha. Come on with it. Come on with it. Me and you getting it on, don't even go there. Come on with it. Once I bring it to you, you won't be safe nowhere.
More levels, more devils. Diesel, airing out the stage like a Neville. Brother, leave you. Dot on your face for no good reason at all. We in a bad place. Ha, ha. Hip hop is separated by the nice and the nice not. Underground and I'm ice hot. What rap my age still keep the mic hot. Ha, ha. Couple hip hop butter beans. Big sluggers move with me, it's a gutter team. I love women who know the boom from the back. OG still could fill a room when he rap. Mike Blessing in a recession is food giving back to occupy labels that move, didn't wax now. Here come Bumpy on a primo track to represent hip hop from where we go back. Crack.
Come on with it. Me and you getting it on, don't even go there. Come on with it.
Cause you know what we got to do.
Come on with it.
Yeah.
Me and you getting it on, don't even go there. Come on with it. Once I bring it to you, you won't be safe nowhere.
I let the beat keep breathing while I spit life to you heathens. You in the wrong place, to be real, reasons. I usually don't spit corny styles like that cause I'm too seasoned. How you sending links trying to get on you stink. MCs don't give a what you think. Rapping if it's beef I hit a brinks and put that kind of paper on your head to make a lot of blink. Now think, wouldn't you rather keep it music than to lose it all cause of music? I'm sure that's not how Bambaataa wanted us to use it. Now move it before I lose it. And I'm in it for the long haul. Bars, like lifers in a long haul. Bar, my life rocking mics, I raised the bar. Phased them, dazed them, and blazed them all. Scar.
Come on with it. Me and you getting it on. Come on with it. Me and you getting it on, don't even go there.
Word up.
Come on with it.
Crazy.
Once I bring it to
feature. Whose favorite MC is the Bronx teacher. Flows long around hooks so the words reach you. Joe Jackson on you, Micah. Beat you. Now beat it before I pull his Tito. In your ear. Spark 'em, overwritten flows like overflowing toilet bowls. The game is a mess. Beef ain't really over with. The only way for me to get over it is to aim at your chest. I rock with a DJ who sets the tone, plugs in 212s and a microphone, and I don't stop rocking the beats and keep rocking as long as the streets hear heat. They keep copping, popping.
Come on with it. Me and you getting it on, don't even go there. Come on with it, cause you know what we got to do. Come on with it. Me and you getting it on, don't even go there. Come on with it. Once I bring it to you, you won't be safe nowhere.
Word up. Salute to hip hop, MCs and DJs. Culture strong as ever. Bumpy Knuckles, DJ Premier. Salute, salute.
Coming to you live on this Tuesday night, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony.
Here we go.
Looking at Chicago, they want to turn it around after that loss to the Timberwolves. And guys, the hometown fans not pleased with that dreadful performance. They saw their team get knocked out cold.
And you don't have to go too deep into the box score to figure out why they lost that one. They just had an inability on that day to make shots.
You know, sometimes we talk about a defense getting into the heads of the opposing players, Greg, but that night they got up in their own head, just got in their own way and couldn't get out of it.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Kevin Love out there with Rudy Gobert. Then there's Allen. And it's Hayward. And it's Calderon in the point guard position. It's a pick by Love. 4 on the shot clock. The basket good. Off the assist from Hayward.
And one thing about Gordon Hayward, he's an excellent playmaker for a small forward. Averaged over 4 assists a game after averaging over 5 the year before. So you've got to love a scorer who is also unselfish.
Ellis can't get it to go. On defense, the Grizzlies. Calderon dishes to Hayward. To the left wing. Kicks it to Calderon. And it's Love missing.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
And Favors kicks to Washington.
Make it 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was also safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be, remove all doubt on that attack.
Calderon passes to Hayward. It's stolen by Johnson. Grizzlies gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. Collison kicks to Ellis. Up top, Favors. Pass to Collison. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Johnson can't get it to go.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
There's a good screen. Allen outside. Pass to Love. from past the arc. And that one's good. Love's got 5 points so far.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
Collison against Calderon. And Favors kicks to Ellis. Dishes to Johnson. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. Johnson's got his first bucket of the night. Chicago trailing here. Calderon with it. Picked up by Collison. The drive by Love. Kicks it out to Allen. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Grizzlies have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Johnson outside. Fires from deep. No good. And it's Chicago the other way. Calderon with it. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. The pass to Love. A shot by Hayward, wide open. That's in there. Love with the assist.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Collison kicks to Favors. They double him with Love. Gobert with the block. There's the triple. Again, Love missing. The Grizzlies trailed by 4. Clark, looking around the league, there's no team that teams want to play less than the Memphis Grizzlies. They just wear you down.
Well, they play a physical brand of basketball. They play hard. Everybody's on the same page. And even if you beat the Grizzlies, they take a lot out of you in terms of how they try to wear you down.
Calderon kicks to Love. Fades away. Again, Love missing.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over. And the Grizzlies played so well against all the other playoff teams. And part of it is that they just have a style that matches up well with anyone.
Collison for 3. Allen with the rebound.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
All alone. And it comes off the front of the rim.
You know, that's the thing with the Memphis Grizzlies. I mean, there isn't a team that gives them too much trouble anywhere in the league. They're good at home and on the road. They're used to playing in tight, low-scoring games, and they create that situation with their deliberate style.
It's stolen by Allen. And now Hayward pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. Bulls always seem to be tough on the road, and last season no different. They would end with 23 road wins on the year.
And that number was good enough for the second most in the East. Unlike shooting, it's very hard for defenses to go cold, and that's why the Bulls have been so good on the road.
Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Omer Ashe. Chicago also making some changes. Farajao comes in for Rudy Gobert, and Devin Harris is subbed in for Jose Calderon.
And guys, touching back on the Bulls on the road, to illustrate how good they are on the road, last season marked the 5th straight year of a road record above 500. Incredible consistency as a franchise.
Hayward outside. Farajao with a screen on Ellis. 6 to shoot. Love wide open. He fires. Top of the key jumper, no good.
Yeah, you know, here's another stat for the Bulls on the road. Since 2010, when Tom Thibodeau took over, the Bulls have won almost 60% of their road games. That's impressive.
Hill, no good.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
And the basket by Harris. Harris has got his first 2 points of the night.
And when he takes it inside, the points are going to come, whether like that possession or just getting to the line.
Now here's Favors. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Harris kicks to Love. Back to Harris. They set the pick. Pass to Hayward. That's in there. Love with the assist. And now a 9-point Chicago lead.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
How do you stop this? I mean, it seems like they can't miss.
Now here is Hill. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. JaVale McGee's checked in for Favors. Aminu comes in for Wesley Johnson. Gordon's checked in for Ellis. And it's Watson in for Darren Collison. Watson with it. Guarded by Harris. And again, Memphis no good.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
No, it always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
Now here is Harris. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Varejao dishes to Allen. Off target there, that would have pushed the lead to double digits. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Watson for three. And the shot is good. Watson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
That is his shot, guys. So you can't just give it to him. You've got to get up on him and get into his airspace there.
And it was great to watch C.J. Miles last season. Finally, Clark got some significant playing time.
Yeah, and took advantage of it. With the Pacers having Paul George on the sidelines due to injury until late in the season, they got a nice lift and contribution from C.J. Miles.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
And watching C.J. Watson last year, he showed he could take his game up a notch. Beat his career average in terms of shooting percentages across the board. Career high in rebounding, second best assist average as well. Unfortunate how he got the opportunity to play, but great that he took advantage of it.
Williams, he's checked in for Chicago. Heinrich comes in for Allen. Now Varejao. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. In the corner, it's Harris. The three. It's rebounded by Memphis.
And, you know, for Watson, you could really see him doing this for several more years, guys. Finding ways to contribute as a backup or starter. Doesn't matter to him either way. He's a gamer, for sure.
And he drops in the layup off the glass. And now just a 4-point Bulls lead.
Well, I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
Hayward from outside. And a great assist by Heinrich as that one goes in.
This switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
McGee a screen. The feet to Gordon. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. In the corner, it's Hayward. He dishes it to Verajao. And stolen by Watson. Fires for three. They get the rebound. Williams comes with the double team. Here's Aminu. Drains it from beyond the arc. Aminu's got his first 3 points of the game.
And you know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to D him up.
Over to the left wing. Shot by Verajao, wide open. Misses the wing J. Well, for Memphis, their last game a loss to Detroit. McGee a screen. Here's Aminu. And Kirkheinrich picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Jose Calderon. He's checked in for Devin Harris.
First team foul.
There's 39 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Hill. Excellent D there from Williams.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there. Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Now, here's Watson. Just 5 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Leans from outside. Here's Hill. And we reach the end of the first quarter. It's the Bulls. They lead by 4. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And now the second quarter just getting set to start.
You know, Dave Yeager, the coach for the Grizzlies, has really become a big-name coach quite quickly. You know, he's worked his way up the Memphis coaching ladder and has had a ton of success early on in his career.
The Bulls leading by 4. So for Chicago right now, Heinrich is out there with Calderon. Then it's McDermott. And it's Rudy Gobert. And it's Williams at power forward. From 10 feet out. And he gets it to go. Williams has got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Bulls. And the success we've been mentioning with Coach Dave Yeager. He was the second fastest active coach to get to 100 wins.
And Kevin made his way in terms of coaching, started in the D-League and other minor leagues before becoming an assistant with the Grizzlies, and really was the architect, if you will, of the defense that his team is so well known for. He's done a lot for this franchise and looks to be on track to become their winningest coach ever.
Offensive rebound. Here's McDermott. No luck. And Memphis the other way now. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. The dish to Ellis. No one near him. That doesn't go either for Ellis.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Darren Collison. He's checked in for C.J. Watson. 4 on the shot clock. Here's McDermott. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game. The Grizzlies trail by 8. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Favors passes to Asha. Here's G. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Near the three-point line, it's Ellis. That doesn't go either for Ellis. The Bulls leading by 8. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Calderon kicks to Williams. Feeds it to McDermott. Collison against Calderon. He kicks it to McDermott. Second shot opportunity. Good as the jump shot falls. And the Bulls lead by 10.
That's a shot he shouldn't be afraid to take more often.
Timeout called the Grizzlies.
And guys, what a strange rookie campaign for Dougie McBuckets. I mean, he entered the draft as a polished sharpshooter. The Bulls traded up in the first round to get him, and he ended up playing 9 minutes a game over the course of last season.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Chicago also making some changes. Kevin Love's checked in for Williams. And Allen subbed in for Kirk Heinrich. Ellis kicks to Collison. And again, Memphis no good. And on the topic of Doug McDermott, one of the most decorated college players in recent history. And Clark, you called a lot of his games.
Yeah, enjoyed watching him play, and I still think he has a bright future. Just never found any real rhythm. Averaged only 3 points a game, but he didn't get much playing time. So look for him to bounce back in the years going forward.
Johnson in the corner. Collison gets a wide open look. That doesn't go either for Collison.
Boy, that's a warm-up jumper there. I mean, when you're a pro, you can't make excuses for missing that one.
Back to Calderon. Allen kicks to Gobert. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
Last season, the Bulls were a tough matchup. Solid margin of victory for them and never looked overwhelmed, Clark.
Yeah, you know what? They're a team that's even-keeled, the type of team that can win anytime they take the floor. They have a system that works and good talent, actually excellent talent to make it special, and that combination is a winning one.
And you talk about the Bulls being able to beat anybody in the league. They did. They did that last season. One of only 3 teams to register 1 win against every other team in the league back in 2015.
Can they get it? That doesn't go either for Collison.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
And it's going to be a 3-second call.
And, you know, getting back to that point about the Bulls beating every team in the league, only the Spurs and Warriors were the other teams to do that. Goes to show just how tough last year's Bulls squad was.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Well, I tell you, the Grizzlies guys were really dominant in the first half of the season last year, but after the All-Star break, barely played above 500.
And Memphis would end up going 16-13 over the back half of last season. Down the stretch, they would only go 5 up and 5 down in their final 10.
Yeah, and Kevin, all those games so important as they jockeyed for position in the West. It was so fluid and volatile down the stretch. They could have been anywhere from a 2nd seed to a 6th on any given day, and they just happened to slump at the wrong time.
And that one's good by Favors.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Now here's Love. He has 5. Baseline try. Ashik pulls it in. Ashik's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Ashik the screen for Ellis. From the wing, here's Hasek. It's stolen by Heinrich. Allen kicks to McDermott. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Heinrich against Collison. Allen outside. Shoots a three. And he gets it to go. Allen's got his first 3 points of the game. And guys, Wesley Johnson, 4th overall pick back in the 2011 draft. Everyone thought he would have the jump shot to become a prolific scorer. And Clark, the length to defend at a high level.
Yeah, you know, in his rookie year, he averaged 9 points a game. Last year, his 5th, he averaged 10. I think it's to the point where he is what he is.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Gordon Hayward's checked in for Chicago.
You know, and getting back to Wesley Johnson, you kind of want to kidnap him and just chain him to a set of weights. I mean, he has all the natural ability in the world to be a difference maker, but he just lacks the strength to do anything with it. I mean, a voracious competitor in college. He's been relegated to marginal production at the pro level, and I really feel like a lot of it is because he physically struggles at times at this level. And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Here's Favors. And Derek Favors picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
And Memphis making a change here. Hill's checked in. The Bulls leading by 13. It's a pick by Love. Allen, a screen on Collison. Hayward. And a great assist by Heinrich as that one goes in. Heinrich's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
You know, on the topic of Wesley Johnson, I remember him in college. I remember the guy who took over games and... You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
I tell you what, guys, I don't care what the score is. That's the play we're going to remember when this game is over.
Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Gordon comes in for Monte Ellis. Hayward outside. Gobert the screen. Shot clock at 6. Allen dishes to Gobert. And it comes off the front of the rim. The Grizzlies trail by 12. Gordon kicks to Aminu. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Aminu's got 5 points so far. Now here's Heinrich. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. That's good. And the Bulls lead by 12.
That finish brings me back to the old days, the silky smooth finger roll.
Collison kicks to Gordon. He feeds it to Favors. Back to Gordon. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Gordon's got himself on the board with 3 there. And here's Heinrich. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Allen kicks to Heinrich. Stolen by Collison. Count that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut to just 7 points in the basket from Aminu.
Boy, he's really doing a nice job taking advantage of what the defense is giving him.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow. But Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer. Was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
But they'll get another chance. Gobert, the screen. It's Allen with the drive.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
And Favors kicks to Gordon. Back to Favors. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go from 14. And it's Gordon missing. Well, Greg, for Hoiberg, it's his first job as an NBA head coach. Now, we know he played. He's been a part of an NBA front office. Clark, he came from Iowa State, where he honed his coaching skills and was highly respected.
Yeah, very much respected, particularly as an offensive coach. And we know the Bulls are pretty solid defensively, and he'll be looking to ramp up that offensive approach for that team, and I think he will.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
For 3, Gordon with another miss. The Bulls leading by 9. Heinrich outside. Gobert the pass to Heinrich. Gobert with a screen for Heinrich. Over in the corner, Allen. Good, and Heinrich gets the assist. Heinrich's got his 5th assist in this one.
Looked like he was trying to go for a degree of difficulty points on that shot.
Favors with the screen. And it's Gordon penetrating. Finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Hayward can't hit.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
Count that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Gordon.
They have a 2-for-1 situation if they go quick.
Yeah, I don't think they have to rush, though, Greg. Just need to find a good shot this time.
Offensive rebound. Here's Love. Back to Heinrich. It's a pick by Love. Heinrich kicks to Hayward. The second chance effort. It's deflected. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Bulls lead by 6. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports.
All right, Memphis, you got your Chris.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third.
Looking at the game for Hayward, he's got 13 points, and he sprayed home 3 3-pointers as well.
This is really production personified from long range.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Really an incredible game from Gordon Hayward.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough one.
We've got Johnson. Collison is out there with Ellis. Then there's Favors, and it's Ashik, and it's the 5. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. For a franchise that had so much success under his tenure, there was sure a lot of friction with Tom Thibodeau, and the Bulls front office surprised a lot of people, I know, including yourself.
Yeah, you know, it's not something that you see often, a winning coach at odds with his GM and president. With how often their differences came up, though, you knew something was afoot.
Ellis against Hayward. Misses off the left iron.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Favors sets the pick for Collison. Kicks to Ellis for the tie. Rebound by the Bulls. Love's got his 6th rebound on the night.
And with Thibs, he did end up getting fired from the Bulls this past season. Some saw it coming, but still, I think surprising given the level of success he had. His imprint is all over this Bulls team and the way they approach the game.
Favors with a screen on Heinrich. Johnson wide open. He fires. Off target from three-point range. Pass to Love. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. It's a pick by Love. Three-pointer, Heinrich. No good.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Pass to Johnson. A 3-ball. And with that, the Chicago lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Ashik.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Heinrich against Collison. The fadeaway. Grizzlies with the rebound. Favors has got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
And when you look at how Thibs got fired, I mean, there are a lot of reasons why a coach can be let go. I mean, he didn't have any performance issues, but apparently clashed in some form or fashion with the front office. Sometimes that's all it takes to be asked to go somewhere else.
The Grizzlies shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
2 shots.
Guys, you want to talk about one tough guy? How about the Turkish hammer, Ashik? Tremendous rebounder. A space eater in the paint so long.
That's a great way to describe him, Kevin. Last year he finished 4th in the league in rebounds per minute. Plus he's always lurking as a shot blocker.
He is. And again, no good by Chicago. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Out to the right wing. Dishes it to Johnson. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Hayward can hit.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Screen by Ashik. Watson kicks to Johnson. Johnson draws the double. McGee. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented, for plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, though, great dunk, and this is even a better game we got going on right now.
Chicago calls timeout. And for JaVale McGee, what was once such a promising career is now, Clark, I think, kind of at a crossroads.
Yeah, you know what? He is capable of being a major rim protector and rebounder, but I think teams are getting a little bit impatient with him because he's just not mature to the point that you would have expected.
Grizzlies making a switch here. G's checked in. And Chicago also making a switch. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Gobert. Harris with it. To the right side. Love against Stashik. Fades. And that one comes up a bit short.
And for McGee, it looked like he had taken a positive step last year when it was announced he would sign with Boston. The front office even came out and sang his praises. Then negotiations fell apart and McGee did. Oh! Nasty.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game.
It's good, and Watson picking up the assist. McGee's got his third basket of the night right there. Chicago leading. Now Harris. It's Allen with the drive. The pass to Hayward. Fades and shoots. Ashik pulls it in. Ashik's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Memphis has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Watson kicks to G. Shot clock at 5. Johnson right side. And stolen by Hayward. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, Tony Allen in this one, 9 points, and he was able to come up with 1 steal, too.
You know what? He's been a difference maker defensively today, Clark. He's disrupted more plays than the stat sheet will show.
And Allen drops them both. One bit of news for the Grizzlies last year is that they acquired a single affiliation deal with a D-League team, which you think is going to help them.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that team is the Iowa Energy. They're a sole partner now with the Iowa Energy. Good move by the team in what is becoming a growing trend in the NBA.
Watson's shot is good. Chicago's gone 6 of 14 with the 3-ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Allen outside. Pass to Harris. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Clock at 4. Here's Love. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Love's got 12 points in the game.
Just couldn't get a hand in the face on that one.
That's using what you got. He's got a height advantage, put it to good use there, and got himself a clean look.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
And for Kevin Love, such a big part of that Minnesota Timberwolves franchise. I mean, they drafted him 5th overall back in 08, and really he had been their catalyst his entire career. Even last year when he decided he finally wanted out, he helped the Wolves land Andrew Wiggins in the trade that shook the league.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Hill comes in for Omer Ashik. And it's Aminu in for Wesley Johnson. Then for the Bulls, McDermott comes in for Gordon Hayward. And it's Calderon in for Harris.
Second team foul.
Well, Kevin Love, and we've kind of gone over some things in Minnesota with Greg, but Clark, Kevin Love probably wasn't long for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, it was time for fresh scenery, and that's why the Cavs offered up the house, including Wiggins, who eventually became Rookie of the Year, for the chance to get Love.
Well, for Jordan Hill, something wonderful happened to him last season. The breakthrough he'd been waiting for on his 6th year.
Yeah, Kevin, you know, it had to do, and I think correlated with him getting a chance to start games, and it blew up for him from there. Posted career-high averages across the board.
For Memphis, they've gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Here's Watson. He's got 5. For the lead, and the go-ahead bucket, no good.
And getting back to Jordan Hill, everyone had been waiting for this. I mean, greater activity, more aggressiveness, and he puts up career highs in points, rebounds, and assists.
JaVale McGee.
On the topic of Jordan Hill, hey, there aren't many guys like him with his size who can move that well. He's entering the prime of his career right now. Will he continue to ascend, or will he be content with where he's at? Time will tell.
And Allen drops them both. Bulls made the postseason for the 10th time in their last 11 seasons. Last year, they have become a fixture, Greg, in the playoffs in the East.
And how about last season, Kevin, had that interdivision matchup in their first round against the up-and-coming Bucks. Some hiccups for them in that series, but they were able to prevail.
And it will go, and the Bulls' lead is cut to just one on the basket from Hill.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
It's a pick by Love. Calderon, no good.
Boy, in that playoff series against the Bucks, the Bulls looked like they were primed for an upset as they started slowly, eventually pulled it together, and came in as the underdogs against the Cavs. Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
And there's the feed to Love. Here's McDermott. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
For 3.
McDermott's got 7 points in the game.
And the Cavs knocked out the Bulls in 6 games. Bulls went up 2-1 in the series, but didn't have an answer for LeBron. Strong effort from the Bulls, though, but they just couldn't match the firepower of the Cavs.
McGee's shot is off.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Calderon dishes to Allen. For 3, Love. Another 3 for Chicago.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
Down low. Here's Hill. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Calderon passes to Love. Back to Calderon. The 10-footer. Hill gets the rebound. The Grizzlies trail by 3. .157 left to play in the third. And he nails the jumper.
Jordan Hill.
Hill's got 8 here in the quarter. Chicago's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Chicago calls timeout. Last season, Memphis fell late and would end up with the 5th seed in the NBA playoffs. Only one of 2 teams to make the playoffs each of the last 5 seasons, along with the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, and they were a team that nobody wanted to play. Memphis drew Portland in that first round, and even though they were the 5th seed, they had home court advantage.
Some changes for Memphis. Derek Favors checked in for JaVale McGee. Gordon comes in for Alonzo G. And it's Collison in for C.J. Watson. Heinrich outside. And there's Williams. That's good on the assist by Heinrich. Heinrich's got 6 assists now in the game.
You know, guys, Memphis waltzed through the first round against Portland. The second round, a lot tougher against Golden State. They went up 2-1 in that series, but couldn't hold on to that lead.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
Williams, a screen on Collison. Harris with it. Picked up by Collison. Nobody near Williams. And it falls over the rim and in. Now it's a 5-point Bulls lead.
And guys, Memphis would lose 2 of their 3 games at home against Golden State. So things got tough with the Conley injury and missing Tony Allen as well. But they did put up a good fight, ultimately, though, falling in 6 games to the Warriors.
Heinrich kicks to Harris. Gobert, the screen. 6 on the shot clock. The shot by Heinrich, no good. Memphis has gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Clark down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
Bulls ball.
Here is Hayward. He's got 13. Gobert, the screen. Hayward on the wing. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And we've reached the end of the third. Bulls out front. They lead by 5. And after a quick break, we're going to...
Every dime is a flake.
And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. Here's Collison. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So for Chicago right now, Harris is out there with Heinrich. Then it's Williams. Then it's Hayward. And it's Gobert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. The Grizzlies trail by 5. There's the dish to Johnson. Ashik up top, defended by Gobert. Johnson. Williams with the block. Now here's Hayward. Harris outside. Back to Hayward. Shot clock at 6. Lets it fly from 18. And right through it goes. Hayward's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Chicago. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Collison for 3. That doesn't go either for Collison.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
Harris dishes to Hayward. Heinrich with it. Picked up by Ellis. Heinrich passes to Gobert. Fader on the way. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. The Grizzlies trail by 9. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Heinrich outside. Shot clock at 5. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Williams, that's a 2-pointer. Misses off the right iron. For Memphis, they've gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Ellis kicks to Ashik. Back to Ellis. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Tell you what, Monte Ellis is one of the best second-round draft picks of all time in the league, not just the last decade. This guy was a 5-star recruit out of high school, committed to college, but changed his mind and entered the draft, where the Warriors stole him with the 40th pick in 2005.
Getting back to Monte Ellis. Had he gone to college for even 1 year, I think he would have probably been a top 10 pick. But you look at what he's brought to the table over his career, points and assists, rebounds, steals, playmaking. His production has been astounding.
You know, he's one of those unsung players. He never gets voted to the All-Star game. Never gets spoken about as one of the top guards in this league. But you look at the body of work and you ask his competitors throughout this league, and they're going to tell you that guy's as tough as they get.
You know, as I watched Derek Favors last season, he continued to develop his offense. He was a big, unpolished athlete coming into the league, had some conditioning problems, but now it seems like he's on track to be a force as a power forward.
Hayward against Johnson. Over in the corner, Williams. The basket good off the assist from Hayward.
Assist from
Hayward's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Talking about Derek Favors, his points per game average went up last season, as it is done in each of his 6 seasons in the league. He's an ascending player.
He is, you know, definitely refined his moves down on the blocks, and he's also become much improved at passing out of the double team, averaging a career high in assists last season as well. The arrow is certainly pointing up for Mr. Favors.
Collison against Harris. Hayward is screen on Collison. At the top of the key, Williams. Gobert with a screen for Williams. From deep. It's rebounded by Memphis. And here's Ellis from beyond the arc. Good. And now just a 4-point Bulls lead. Well, Chicago's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Gobert the screen. Harris kicks to Hayward. Launches a 3. And again, Chicago, no good. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Collison against Hayward. Outside Collison. Here's Favors. But they recover it. And slam dunk by Johnson.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
Chicago calls timeout.
Yeah, it's got to be concerned with all the missed shots here, and every team goes through cold streaks. You just got to figure out a way to stay productive.
And the best way to do that when you're missing shots is to get to the foul line. Be aggressive, get to the foul line, and knock down some of those freebies, and the tide can turn for you.
Anderson.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Chicago's coach was going over with his team. He tried to really fire them up to bring it home, saying, all night, you have all night to rest after the final buzzer. For now, we have to lay it on the line and try to bring it home. Guys, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. There's a good screen. Heinrich.
Kurt Heinrich.
That falls. Great assist by Love. And the Bulls lead by 4.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
The drive by Collison. And the shot is good.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Feeds to Hayward. Here's Calderon. No good. Great D that time from Collison. The Grizzlies have gone 4 of 8 in this 4th quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Favors with a screen on Heinrich. Ellis can't get it to go.
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure.
Calderon. Ashik pulls it in. Ashik's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Memphis trailing here. Collison dishes to Johnson. Back to Collison to take the lead. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
He can be dangerous from outside. Sure, he didn't get one to go in the first, but we know he can get on a roll and knock him down.
Calderon kicks to Hayward. From 17 feet out. That one off the back iron and out.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Collison kicks to Ellis. Favors inside. He's guarded by Calderon. And that one's good by Favors.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. You know, Clark, the thing you like about Derek Favors is he keeps adding to his game every year. You forget how young he is, too.
That's exactly right. We need a reminder. This guy came into the league very early, right after a year of college. It seems like he's been around forever.
And for Favors and his youth, he has made big strides. And in a few years' time could be one of the more dominant bigs in our league.
Hill, he's checked in for Omer Asik. Gobert, he's checked in for Chicago. Allen comes in for Jose Calderon. And here's Heinrich. There's the pick. Inside. Hayward. And a great assist by Heinrich as that one goes in. Heinrich's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one.
And guys, with Favors, his development, you know, you forget, sometimes it takes big men a little longer to figure it out. I mean, he's certainly been putting it together here the last few seasons.
Heinrich outside. Shot clock at 6. The 3. And he gets it to go. Heinrich's got 5 points now this quarter.
And he's showing signs now of life after going scoreless through the half.
Here's Hill. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Hill's got the game tied up here for Memphis.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Heinrich kicks to Allen. Off the pick. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
Johnson, the pass to Favors. To the middle. Trying to find Johnson. He's got it now. To the wing right side. Near the three-point line, it's Ellis. No good off the front iron. Chicago's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep.
That's his second personal foul. Shooting from pass.
The free throw drops by Hayward. Hayward hits them both.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
This is how you do it. That's exactly how you do it. Defender pressing up on you, you press right back.
It's stolen by Allen. Ellis again. Hayward. That's good. Hayward's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Really good work on the interior. That is a critical 2 points there. That was an ideal scenario really for him. Point-blank range and also a size advantage.
And Favors kicks to Ellis. Back to Favors. Just 5 on the clock. Gobert with the block. .149 left to play here in the fourth. Heinrich kicks to Hayward. Again, the miss by Hayward.
And still looking for his first triple of the second half. He had 3 at halftime.
Collison for 3. But they'll get another chance. Here's Hill. In it goes for the 5th time and 10 shots for him this game.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Hayward outside. 1:12 left to play in the final quarter. He dishes it to Gobert. Love outside. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
Grizzlies timeout.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They're trailing by 2. 1:02 left here in the fourth quarter. He's checked in for Memphis. Outside Collison. Screen by Ashik. Collison kicks to Favors. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Good D by Love. Guys, this possession could decide their fate.
So that means they've got to be very careful with the basketball right now.
Kicks it to Hayward. 6 on the shot clock. High post shot. And the shot is long. And so here's Memphis. A 2-point game. Pass to Collison to take the lead. Can't get the 3 to fall. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They're trailing by 4. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, coaches tell them take the easy points in a hurry and then foul as soon as possible.
Yeah, but you don't want to foul blindly, though. I think teams make a mistake when they do that. Go for the steal. See if you can force a mistake. And then see what happens after that.
There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Ellis can't get it to go.
And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one, Clark.
Yeah, as a former outstanding rebounder myself, I can certainly appreciate what this guy is doing. An extraordinary combination of talent and desire is what allows him to do what he's done today. Great performance.
So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game. Now a timeout called by Memphis. They trail by 6. 5 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
They need a miracle right now. They have to make a 3, then foul, then hope the shooter misses the foul shots, both of them, and then make another 3. That is not easy.
Here's Collison. 3 from the inbound. The shot is off. And so it's Chicago winning this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd.